Good morning, my dear students. I didn't forget your reader, and I didn't forget our reading club. Today, for a special day, let's say that we will do at the first day of the week. We are going to read and see on the timeline the £1 million banknote, chapter 4 and 5. Before starting, do you want to know how did people dress in the 1850s? Clothes during this period were quite elegant. There were hats, shirts, vests, this is a vest, jackets and coats, and they also had cloaks. Cloak is something you wear at the inside underneath your clothes, and it can be called corset. It was both for men and women. Women wore dresses with long skirts. They had fashionable hats and bonnet. Bonnet is a little different and is the same in Turkish. They also had mantos to put on their shoulder. They also wore gloves and carried small umbrellas, which were called parasol. Parasol in Spanish means protecting from sun. That's why it was designed to protect them from the sun. In this word's care, I would like you to find 7 items of clothing worn in the 1850s. These words and these definitions here will help you. It protects you from the sun. You will need to find parasol. Could you find it? I can't find it, but I found gloves here, and it's something you wear on your hands. Let's start now with the real story. Let me open the book to read for you. Part 4 and 5. We are at the tailor. Every time I passed in front of a tailor's, I wanted to enter and buy some new clothes, but I had no money for pay for them. The £1 million banknote in my pocket was useless. He asked himself, how can I pay with £1 million banknote? I passed in front of the same tailor 6 times. At last, I entered. I quietly asked if they had an old, unattractive suit that no one wanted to buy. The man I spoke to nodded his head. He made no. He said, "You have a very ugly suit for me. Something no one else would like." The man nodded and said, "Look at me," and nodded his hand. I went to him and he said, "One moment, please." After some time, he took me to a back room. He looked at the several ugly suits that no one wanted. He chose the worst for me. I really wanted a suit, so I said nothing. It was time to pay. "Can you wait a few days for the money?" I asked. "I haven't got any small change with me." The man looked at me and said, "Oh, you haven't? Well, I thought gentlemen like you carried large change. Do you even have money?" he said. Don't judge a man from its clothes." "My friend," I replied, "you can't judge a stranger by the clothes he wears. I can, I can pay for the suit, but can you change a large banknote?" Of course, we can change a large banknote," he said coldly. I gave him the banknote. He received it with a smile, a big smile that covered his face. When he read the banknote, his smile disappeared. The owner of the shop came over and asked, "What's the trouble?" "There wasn't any trouble. I'm waiting my change." "Todd, quickly, give him change." Todd answered, "It's easy to say, but look at the banknote, mister." The owner looked at the banknote. Then he looked at my package with the ugly suit. Todd, he shouted. You are stupid. How can you sell these unattractive suit to a millionaire? Todd, you can see the difference between a millionaire and a poor man. I apologize, sir, the owner continued. Please take off those things you are wearing and throw them in the fire. Put on this fine shirt and this handsome suit. It's perfect for you. Simple and elegant. I told him I was very happy with the new suit. Oh, wait until you see what we can make for you in your size. Todd, bring a pen back. Let me measure your leg, your arm. I didn't have a moment to speak. The owner measured me. Then he ordered his tailors to make me morning suits, evening suits, shirts, coats, and other things. But my dear sir, I can order all these things only if you change my banknote, or if you can wait a while before I pay you. Wait a while, I'll wait forever. That's the word. Todd, send the things to the gentleman's address. What's your address, sir? I'm changing my home. I'll come back and give you my new address, I replied. Quite right, sir, quite right. Let me show you to the door, sir. Good day, sir. Good day. Wow, the impossible happened. I bought everything I wanted without money. I showed my banknote and asked for change, but every time the same thing happened. No one was able to change the $1 million banknote. But everybody thought I was rich. I bought all that I needed and all the luxuries I wanted. Luxuries? I always had dinner at the hotel, and I stayed at the hotel in Hanover Square. I prefer having breakfast at Harry's eating place. Harry's was the first place where I had a good meal with my £1 million note. That's where it all started. The news about me and my banknote was all over London. Harry's eating place became famous because I had breakfast there. It was famous about because of me. I lived like a rich man, important man. I had money to spend. I lived in a dream. But often I say to myself, remember, this dream will end soon. When the two men returned to London, everything would change. My story was in newspapers. Everyone talked about the strange millionaire with a 1 million note in his pocket. Punch magazine drew a funny picture of me on the front page. People talk about everything I did and about everything I said. They follow me in the streets. I kept my old clothes and sometimes I wore them. It was fun when the shop owners thought I was poor. Then I showed them the banknote and ho, how their faces changed. After 10 days in London, I went to visit the American ambassador. He was very happy to see me. He invited me at a dinner party that evening. He told me that he knew my father. He invited me to visit his home whenever I wanted. Come to me whenever you want, son. I was glad to have an important friend. I thought to myself, I need an important friend when the story of the £1 million notelet comes out. I want the reader to know that I will pay back, I will pay back, sorry, all the shop owners if I win the bet with the old gentleman. I will have an important job and a big salary. I planned to pay back everything in 1 year. So our narrator is expending the money he doesn't have, but he has an idea of paying everything back in 1 year, my dears. Now, let's see our reading comprehension now. Choose the correct endings AM to complete the sentences. There are 4 extra endings that you do not need to use. Shall we try with the first one? The narrator bought everything he wanted with £1,000,000 because he wanted that and followed him because the food was excellent, because he wanted to play from San Francisco, because that was where he had his first meal without spending any money from Yale University. Hanover Square Hotel, they were more comfortable. Narrator had breakfast there on the front page of a magazine. The first one I'll do for you. The narrator bought everything he wanted without expending any money. Now, I would like you to finish this part and get ready for this week. Lovely and wonderful quiz that we will have. Have a very nice day for today and see you on Thursday for our lesson. Bye.